start at your sink. In the not-too-distant future, you could be drinking recycled water from your faucet. What will it taste like? Will it be safe? How much will it cost? Joining us is someone who will have all the answers or know where to find them. Karen Peters, the Cabinet Executive Officer of the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. Welcome to Square Off.
Thank you, Bram.
You have a huge task in front of you.
We do. We do a very important and huge task.
And we'll get to the details in a second. I do want to just get to that title because it is unusual. You are what we used to call the director of this agency, but you have that title because your confirmation has just been held up.
Held up, and so Governor Hobbs has made some adjustments, and now I am the Cabinet Executive Officer for ADEQ.
But to be clear, you are director.
Indeed, I have been delegated.
You have the duties of a director.
All of the duties and authority.
Don't want to get crosswise with Senator Jake Hoffman because he might sue me. We'll talk about that later in the show. Let's just step back a bit. Why does Arizona need recycled water?
Well, there's pressure on water providers because of increasing shortage. You're very familiar, of course, with the Colorado River situation. So water utilities are looking for more resilient supplies.
And what's the projected saving if in the best case scenario, recycled water produces a lot of water? What's the potential saving on supplies from the Colorado or other places?
Well, that would be a good question to ask your water utility because they'll be determining how much of it they'll need and produce, not the ADEQ.
But do you have a sense of that? Because, I mean, there's a big picture here, right? And the hope is we can look into the future and see what's
Certainly.
coming.
Well, wastewater is a very reliable source of safe drinking water. So I expect utilities will maximize the use of it.
Okay, Sam, let's talk about the water that's being recycled. It is coming from our sinks, our showers, our washing machines, our dishwashers, and our toilets.
Indeed.
Toilet to tap is what we often hear. How do you explain that to folks? And you understand, I know you understand how big the trust issue is.
Yes, I do. And that's why this is such an important rule for us to write. So, Bram, I think we all know every water molecule on Earth has been recycled millions of times. The dinosaurs drank this water. Our great-grandparents drank this water. Astronauts drink this water. So it's safe.
Drink this water, meaning recycled wastewater.
Yes.
That's been in the toilet.
Yes. Yes.
Does it bother you when I say that?
Ask an astronaut.
Okay. Are you going to have astronauts coming out and doing commercials for this water when it's all ready to go? Let's talk about the roadmap you noted. So last week you rolled out a roadmap for the next 12 months, leading ultimately to the treatment and delivery of recycled water. So how soon could that water be coming out of our taps?
Thank you. Yes. So the rule is proposed to be developed over the course of the next year, as you said. So our hope is that it'll be final by the end of 2024 so that in 2025, water utilities can apply for the permits to build these systems and start to deliver it after a pilot that they'll be required to do.
So they'll have to test this water out on a system they either have or have built, a water treatment
Correct.
system.
Right.
Now, I use the word rule there to describe a pretty big process that's going to happen over the next 12 months involving different standards for this water.
Yes, well, of course, federal safe drinking water standards apply, and they always will. But what we're doing is putting together a whole series of treatment trains so that the water that comes out has an extra layer of protection.
An extra layer of protection. What's that like?
Well,
without getting too technical.
It's extraordinarily complex. And I know, Bram, that you read the roadmap, so you know exactly how complex it could be. But essentially, it's redundancy. We're using technologies that are used today in drinking water plants. We're just making a series of them so that the water that comes out at the other end is absolutely pure.
How will the public be involved over the next 12 months?
We want to hear from the public, and so I'm encouraging you and everyone else to go to our website and tell us what you think. We are just starting this conversation. This roadmap is not the rule. This is a framework. We hope to refine it. We hope to work with water utilities on how to make it as practical and cost-effective as it can be. But we want to hear from everyone.
What about the cost? That's a big issue. I believe Phoenix is building a water treatment plant to produce recycled water.
That's my understanding.
What's your sense of what our bills are going to look like once these are, up and running and delivering water to our door, to our faucet?
Well, individual water utilities will have to come forward with their rate adjustments as needed to fund these investments. In Phoenix, we know that it will be a very significant investment, and so they'll be working to fold that into their rates. I couldn't say what the impact will be, but there will be an impact.
There will be an impact on water rates.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just a fact, though, stepping back, that the price of water has to go up given scarcity?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, no, it does. It's the sources are scarcer and scarcer, and as you know, supply and demand. When you have less, you have to pay more.
I found this interesting in the consultant's report. Obviously, I'm not getting into the science; that's way over my head. But just the way people respond to this, and what the consultant said was, Arizona presents some unique challenges: distrust of government, tendency to politicize every issue. What is the plan for dealing with that over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, as you hope to roll this out?
Absolutely outreach and talking more and more about how safe and proven these technologies are. And again, this is something that we've done for millennia. Recycling our water is how it's always happened.
But folks don't know that. They hear toilet to tap. What?
It's water. Every water molecule on Earth has been recycled millions of times.
You know of the debate over fluoride in water. I don't think that's even still gone away. It's been around for decades.
That's right, it has.
But that is a real challenge, though, isn't it? Persuading people that this is safe.
Yes, persuading people that this is safe, the technology is proven. Water utilities will be on the front line of communicating with their customers about the safety of the water they deliver. But at DEQ, we are developing a very thorough permitting system so that the public can be confident that when the water utility installs this technology, gets their permit from us, it will be safe.
Something occurred to me as I was putting together this segment, and I recall during the pandemic, Tempe was testing wastewater for COVID. We also learned that wastewater was being tested for opioids. I hear that, they hear that and go, whoa, will COVID be in our water? Will opioids be in our water? Or how do you get that safely out of the water?
Right. Today, water utilities disinfect the water that's provided to customers, and so viruses and things of that nature are taken out, pathogens. But we want to be double, triple sure so that those things are filtered several times with different technologies to catch it all before it gets to your tap.
Okay, interestingly, one of the more effective ways to promote recycled water is apparently with beer. And so I want to direct folks to an event. If you want to get a taste of recycled water, how about a beer tasting? Joanna Allhands of the Arizona Republic writes about water issues and is a frequent square-off guest. She teamed up with Desert Monks Brewing in Gilbert to brew a clean-tasting beer using recycled water from Scottsdale. The pale ale is called Immaculate Fermentation. You can taste it at 6 p.m. Monday, December 11th at Desert Monks Brewing, 1094 South Gilbert Road in Gilbert. And you can get your recycled water questions answered by experts from the Department of Environmental Quality, the cities of Scottsdale and Phoenix, and the brewery. Have you tasted that beer?
I have. It's delightful. It's delicious. It was very potent, too, I have to say.
Does it taste like beer?
Yeah, it's
no
beer.
Weird, kind of
It's
funky.
beer.
No,
it's delicious.
It's delicious. Have you tasted recycled water?
I have.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like water.
Tastes like, okay. Well, consumers will be the judge of that.
Mm-hmm.
Karen Peters, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.